Hi, my name is Sarah and my channel is knottygnome Crafts. It's Vlogtober, so I am bringing you a new video every day in the month of October. And today's video is just going to be a little bit of show and tell, and then I have a little challenge to issue to you at the end. Before we get started, I am wearing a ready-to-wear turtleneck, so nothing special there, and then I'm wearing my hand-knit cardigan out of some Miss Babs Yowza and some very old alpaca that I got in a D-stash. No pattern, this is just a why do I always say self-drafted? A self-designed cardigan that I knit, and I think I finished this in September or maybe August. I don't know, but I'll put the link up in the cards where I talk about the sweater in case you want more information. So first of all, I just have to take a minute to address something. So to all of you who commented on my collaboration video with Michelle from Michelle Sews Again, where we both made garments out of the same Dashwood Studios rayon fabric. First of all, thanks so much for leaving a comment. I really do appreciate it. But I have to say that collectively as a group, you guys reacted as though I had said that I hated my dress and I was going to light it on fire. And just for the record, I did not actually say that. What I said was that I thought the dress was fine and that I was going to wear it, but it just didn't give me that wow factor. And I maintain that. I think that that is still true. But what happened with that was it got me thinking, you know, what are the things that I have in my wardrobe that do give me that wow factor? Because, you know, as sewists, of course we want every single thing that we make to be a win, but that just doesn't always happen for whatever reason, whether it's fabric choice or fit or, you know, construction, like maybe things just don't go the way that you'd hoped. Or maybe everything goes perfectly fine and then you put it on and you just don't get that feeling of like, oh, I feel like I look really good in this. So when we do actually make things that we feel special in, that we feel beautiful in, I think that we should really take a moment to celebrate that because it is something that doesn't happen every time. And I also think that, I mean, not everyone in the sewing community is a woman, but many of us are. I think that as women are often told not to celebrate too much or brag about your accomplishments. And I think that that's the wrong perspective. I think that we should be out there telling people what our accomplishments are and that we're really proud of them and happy about them. And we can share in each other's joy because why not? You know, like that's one of the beautiful things about the sewing community is that they're so supportive and we cheer each other on. So why not celebrate our wins? So the purpose of this video is that I have chosen 2 garments that I made that I have not previously shown on the channel that I'm calling my superstar makes. And by that, I just mean that when I wear them, I put them on, I feel beautiful, I feel special, I feel like me, you know, that it's my style and it really suits me. And I just think that that's worth taking a minute to celebrate. So I do have other pieces in my wardrobe that make me feel the same way, but I thought it would be more fun to just share a few things that you guys haven't seen before, like most likely, unless you follow me on Instagram. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. So the first piece that I have to share with you is a velvet dress. This was my Christmas dress that I made last year. Now I say Christmas dress, like essentially it was Christmas time and I wanted to make a pretty holiday dress. So I did, even though I was not going anywhere or doing anything or seeing anyone or certainly not going to any parties. But hey, I just wanted a really pretty holiday dress to wear anyway, so I made one. This is the One Puddle Lane Miss Ruby Tuesday dress, and this is actually, there's a bundle and I bought the entire bundle and it's basically a mix and match pattern. So you get all kinds of different bodices, sleeves, and skirts, and then you can, you know, choose what you want and put it together. And I'm actually like, now that I'm remembering this, I'm kind of kicking myself that I haven't made more of these because it did turn out like so well. So this stretch velvet I got from Style Maker Fabrics in their Black Friday sale last year. And I just thought it would be perfect for this dress. So for my particular dress, I chose the option that has a faux wrap. And then I think there's like some little pleats over here that kind of give some shape. And then the skirt is like a pencil skirt, but it has this overlay So the whole thing looks like a faux wrap dress, but it's really quite fitted to the body, and then I chose long sleeves. Now, the only little snafu that I ran into with this dress is that the pattern is meant for very stretchy fabrics. I'm pretty sure that it says you're supposed to have a minimum of 75% stretch, and this velvet only had 50% stretch. But I remember this, in the instructions it says if your fabric has 50% stretch or more, that you're to use your normal size, and that if it has less than 50% stretch, you're supposed to go up a size. So I made my normal size because that's what the instructions said, but the dress is actually really quite tight. I can get into it and it's not uncomfortable when it's on, but it's really pretty close fitting. So if I were to do it all over again, I would just size up one size, and I think it would fit a little bit better. In particular, I think that the arms are really quite tight on me, and maybe they are just a little bit on the uncomfortable side. So I remember finishing this dress and trying it on, and then I was crossing through the living room. We have a full-length mirror that I was gonna see what it looked like on. And I specifically recall walking past my husband, who was on the computer, and he kind of looked up from like the internet, whatever he was looking at, and he just said, "Wow." And before I even saw myself in the mirror, that's when I knew that this was a good dress. I feel like when I talk about my husband, I make him seem like an unobservant dolt, and I don't mean to do that. He's not really like that at all. But he's just not really into fashion. He's not into style. He doesn't really notice clothes that often. So the fact that he, it got his attention just sort of signaled to me that like this is a really good dress. So hopefully I will be inserting clips of me wearing the dress so you can see what it looks like on. And yeah, I love how this turned out. It's just so beautiful, and the texture and the style, it just really works for me. And this was my first superstar make that I wanted to share with you. So my second superstar make is also a dress. I cannot recall the pattern number, but I'll put the pattern cover up on the screen. It's a Simplicity pattern. I also made this last year around the same time that I made the green dress. I did it before New Year's for sure. And I had bought this rayon batik fabric that I also got from the Style Maker Black Friday sale. And this fabric is really nice because although it's rayon and it's nice and drapey, it's really quite thick and stable. So when it sewed up, it basically sewed up like a cotton. And so it was really easy to sew with, and it's for a rayon, it's fairly heavy, so it makes a really nice weight for a winter dress. And it's this really awesome like snakeskin print in like grays and blacks, but then if you look closer, there's like little hints of browns in there. So the reason that I would call this a superstar make is because it is an ankle length dress and it has long sleeves. And although I would say that when I wear this, like I don't get like an unusual number of compliments, and like my husband's never said anything about it. But the reason that I feel like it's a superstar make is because it fits me really well. Now I'm 4'9". My whole life has been defined by how short I am. I cannot buy maxi length dresses in shops because they would just be way too long for me, and the sleeves would be too long. I've just never been able to wear that kind of style because it just doesn't fit me. So by making my own dress, I was able to proportion it to fit my body the way that it should. And I think that's why this dress makes me feel so special, because it's one of the first times that I ever made a long dress that I think really suits me. The only thing about this dress that I would say that I should have done differently is that I made the straight size 8, and it is pretty close fitting the bodice is kind of loose, and then it's pretty close in the waist and the hips, and then it flares out towards the bottom. And the dress is a little bit tight on my hips. I should have sized up to a 10, from the 8 to the 10, just in the hip area. I think that would have fit a little bit better, but as is, it's perfectly fine. It's mostly like I notice it when I'm going to put it on or take it off. It's a little bit of a squeeze to like get it over my hips. But other than that, it fits really well. I really love the style. I just feel like super special when I wear it, and that is why this is another superstar make. So now that I have shared with you 2 of my superstar makes, I would like to challenge you to share yours. As I said, the sewing community, we should all get together and celebrate each other's wins. So I'm going to be posting photos of me in these dresses on Instagram with the hashtag superstarmakes. And I encourage you to use the hashtag and go ahead and tag me in the photo as well if you want to share your makes, and we can all celebrate each other's wins together. Now, this is not like an official challenge, there's no prizes or anything. I just think that it's worth taking the time to be happy for each other and show each other the garments and the things that make us feel really special. And so if you're interested in participating, I hope that you will use the hashtag. I'll make sure that I put it down in the description box below as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate that you take time out of your day to watch my videos, and I will see you again tomorrow.